Hi, grade 1. So, you might have noticed that all the stories we've been reading about in our reader have been about plants. And at this time of the year, there are tons of plants growing in the forest. So, I went for a walk with Mrs. Dantema because she knows a lot about plants because she learned about them from her mom. So, I asked her to tell you about one of the plants that we saw in the forest.
Boys and girls, here's a jack in the pulpit. That's what this plant is called. And if you look up closely, when you lift up the tip of the pulpit, inside is a little, I guess you could call it jack. That's why it's called jack in the pulpit. And they're all over the forest. And if you look, especially close to rocks and fallen branches and logs, you will find them. Especially this time of year, yeah.
So if you go out for a walk, see if you can find some jack in the pulpits. Journal. You can skip it for today. How's that? Unless you want to. All right, we are going to review long vowel U. Remember, we learned that it says U, but usually, it's going to say oo. So we learned long vowel U spelled U, U consonant E, EW, UE, especially at the ends of words, and we learned UI. That's only going to say oo. All right, we are going to look at the words. You're going to try and read them. Dust, thumb, budge, skunks. These are not long vowel U, those are all short vowel U because U by itself, not always, but usually says a. U by itself, U with a helper. U by itself, U with a helper. Cut, cute, fuss, fuse. Because remember, SE at the end usually says Z. Because English, these are harder ones. Read it in pieces. Don't do that, Miss J, because then you can't see it. Volume, volume. Continue, continue. Few, pew. Not too many of us are sitting in a pew right now. Music. This is a long. Cucumbers. Cucumbers. For more than one, you add an S. No. Apostrophe. Remember, do you? And this one you should know because we're doing this in math. Cube. Jude saw a misspelled word. Stuffed porcupine at the, this is a hard one, museum. Jude saw a stuffed porcupine at the museum. All right, spelling words. Let's hide these. These are super hard. So we're going to start off with U consonant E, and the last ones are different ways of spelling U. All kinds of different ways. So we're going to go numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, U consonant E. Number 1, mute. If you turn the sound off, you put it on mute, or someone who can't speak is mute. 2, huge. It's a huge tree. Huge. Cube. A cube is a 3D shape with 6 square faces. fumes. When you put gas in the car, there are gasoline fumes everywhere. So number 1 was mute, U consonant E. Number 2 was huge. Remember, never ever J at the end. It's going to be GE or DGE. Cube, fumes. All right, we're going to go through these one at a time. Number 5, unit. The unit that we are studying in language arts is all about plants. Unit. So it says U because the I is talking to it. Unit. Number 6, music. I like to listen to music in my car. I like to listen to talk radio even more. Music. Music. Here we have the I talking to the U again. Number 7, human. You, grade 1, are human. So is your teacher and your family, even your brothers and sisters. Human. Well, that's not what it's supposed to do. There we go. Human. Schwa. And number 8, fuel. Gasoline is fuel for my car. Food is fuel for me. Fuel. If you get this without me showing you, I'll be surprised. It's a hard one. Fuel. UE in the middle. This one's hard. I don't know how you're going to remember that. You're going to have to remember that. This is going to be easier. We are either going to do U consonant E or EW at the end. UE in the middle, EW at the end. Well, we don't want that. And we don't want these guys. All right, number 1 does not a number, Miss J. Doesn't start with a T either. Flew. The bird flew through the air. Flew. Full. Ooh. Flew. The bird cannot play a flute. Flute. And a recorder grade 1 is not a flute. Flute. If you did that, that would be wrong. We're doing ooh in the middle. Flute. Flute. Change flute to mute. Mute the TV and the notifications on your computer. Mute. Change mute to mule. Mule. A mule is not a horse. Mule. Baby of a horse. Change mule to muse. Muse. Sounds like Z, but we don't use a Z usually. We use an S. Change muse to fuse. Fuse. Change fuse to few. There's only a few more to go. Few. Change few to blue. The wind blew so much he didn't go outside. Blue. change blue to grew. Wow. When I see you again, I notice how much you guys have grown. You grew. Grew. Change grew to through. Through the ball, not through the tunnel. That's spelled a really strange way. Through. Through. And go noodle. I don't know what we're doing. Not Mrs. Dantma.
Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Oh, a milkshake. Oh, a milkshake. A sticky, sticky waffle. A sticky, sticky waffle. A mozzarella pizza. A mozzarella pizza. All the eggs are broken. All the eggs are broken. That was really nothing. That was really nothing. We can do it British. We can do it British. Oh, a milkshake. Ew, a milkshake. A sticky, sticky waffle. A sticky, sticky waffle. A mozzarella pizza. A mozzarella pizza. Oh, the eggs are broken. Oh, the eggs are broken. That was really nothing. That was really nothing. We can do it quiet. We can do it quiet. Oh, a milkshake. Oh, a milkshake. A sticky, sticky waffle. A sticky, sticky waffle. A mozzarella pizza. A mozzarella pizza. Oh, the eggs are broken. Oh, the eggs are broken. That was really nothing. That was really nothing. We can do it louder. We can do it louder. Oh, a milkshake. Oh, a milkshake. A sticky, sticky waffle. A sticky, sticky waffle. A mozzarella pizza. A mozzarella pizza. Oh, the eggs are broken. Oh, the eggs are broken. That was really nothing. That was really nothing. We can do it backwards. We can do it backwards. Oh, a shake milk. Oh, a shake milk. A waffle sticky. A waffle sticky. A pizza mozzarella. A pizza mozzarella. Broken all, the eggs are. Broken all, the eggs are. That was really something. That was really something. We are really awesome. We are really awesome. Yeah. Oh, nice job, everybody. Yeah. That's the one. I'm the most awesome one. Oh, that was the one, baby. Yeah.
That ends annoyingly. Okay, new story. It is called Flowers by Patricia Whitehouse. You don't have to read the whole thing. Your helper is going to read it to you. The genre of the story is a photo essay because it uses photographs and words to inform or explain. So it's going to be telling you all about, I hope you're thinking flowers. And it's using actual pictures. So is this going to be fiction or nonfiction, grade 1? Nonfiction, it's true. So compare and contrast. Speak much, Miss J. Compare and contrast. Compare, you find the things that are the same, and contrast, you're finding the things that are different from each other. So do that while you're reading the story, and then you don't have a lot of phonics to do. So long U, short U pictures, cube, truck, Cupid, unicorn, judge, and I think that's a mule. On this page, you have to write the antonym for the underlined word. Antonym, remember, means opposite. So you only have to write the opposite. And there we go, long U words, U or oo. June and the flute. I think you know how to do these, but some of you are still forgetting the period. You're getting very good, grade 1, at putting a little piece of the question in the answer. And then read. I hope you're reading. I see not many of you are doing Raz Kids. But I do want you to read, please. That's it for today.